First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving the opportunity to present on the Agroecology Coalition, or the Coalition for Food System Transformation through Agroecology, as its full name is, of which 4 per thousand is a member. So just a word about what we are currently facing in our food systems. If you...
Presentation is coming.
Yes, thank you. Can I have the next slide, please? The current challenges we have in our food systems today. Can I have the next slide, please? We know about most of these problems of our food system generating 1/3 of greenhouse gases, being responsible for biodiversity loss, pollution of soil, air, and water. It is vulnerable to climate change, and we do not address the triple burden of malnutrition, with still increasing numbers of hungry people since 2015, and problems of obesity and non-communicable diseases, and maintaining also social inequity and the loss of cultural values. And these are all associated with our current food system based on a model of industrial agriculture that is destructive of the environment and soils. Next, please. So what we really need, next slide, please, is to reconsider. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes. Is really transformational change. And since 2016, we have an impressive number of major reports by IPES, by IPES Food, by the IPCC, the high-level panel of experts of the Committee on World Food Security, and others, that all are calling for transformational change, not just making our current system more efficient or less polluting, but really rethinking it completely. And they all mention agroecology. And whether we start from industrial agriculture that is not sustainable, or for underperforming subsistence agriculture, we must converge towards diversified agroecological farming that will deliver. Next, please. So this is really about a different paradigm. In order to address economic, environmental, climate mitigation and adaptation, health, social and cultural objectives simultaneously, and not one at the expense of the others. Next, please. That really means a paradigm that is based on the 13 principles of agroecology that were developed by the high-level panel of experts of the Committee on World Food Security in 2019, and that include objectives on, or principles on, strengthening the resilience of our system, on improving resource efficiency, but also, and that's coming in addition to focusing on soil health or focusing on regenerative agriculture, it's also securing social equity. It's about participation, connectivity, co-creation of knowledge and social values, and fairness in the system. So it's really addressing these social dimensions in an ambitious way at the same time. Next, please. So agroecology has a different paradigm. It's not just a set of agricultural practices, but it addresses the entire food system from production to consumption, and takes the best of all innovations that are compatible with the 13 principles, and combine the modern science with traditional and farmer knowledge. So it's also about changing the social relations, empowering farmers, adding value locally, privileging short value chains, and linking consumers to producers. So it's a holistic, integrated approach to reach economic, environmental, climate, health, social, and cultural objectives. It aims to achieve the sustainable development goals in an integrated manner. Next, please. Well, this transformational change of our food system approach really requires, in order to implement these 13 principles, changes in the production practices, changes in the social and economic relations, changes in the knowledge generation and transmission, and changes in the institutional framework. Next slide, please. There are examples at scale of agroecology at work. We heard already from the Bio Foundation, the example in Andhra Pradesh, where now close to 1 million farmers have been practicing what they call natural farming, which is the local name for agroecology, at scale, showing increased productivity, but especially a significant net increased income. Next, please. The Agroecology Coalition that emerged during the Food System Summit last year now brings together 42 countries and regional commissions and 82 organizations, including UN organizations, research organizations, farmer organizations, indigenous people organizations, civil society organizations, and philanthropic foundations. And they aim to really accelerate the very much needed transformation of our food systems using the 13 principles of agroecology as a basis. Next, please. And as I mentioned, the 4 per thousand has been a member of the coalition since its inception. The coalition is working through 5 working groups, one that is looking at policies, one that looks at research and innovation, one that looks at financing and investment, one on communication and advocacy, and one on implementation of agroecology initiatives on the ground. So next slide, please. I just want to invite other countries that are not yet member and organizations that share these values to join the coalition. You can find information on our website. And I thank you for the opportunity of talking to you here today. Thank you.